think I'm live anyway. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Let's see. Oh, according to this, I'm not live. Oh, according to this, I am though. Right. So we bit slow. Triple position. Bum 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 bum. Let's go slave so we can get on. Ireland. And pop over here. That's working fine actually. I think it is anyway. What was I next? There. Oh, I'm still in Munster. Um, Set up the Kingdom of Ireland. Hey guys, welcome. I'm about to set up the Kingdom of Ireland. Isn't it going to be amazing? The Kingdom of Ireland. How do I do this again? I did it perfectly last night. I just can't remember how to do it now. Titles. You need more money, pal. And over the bonus owns too much land in Scotland. Right. And I need this guy to get off my back. Yeah. And a wee bit here. Clear. Oh, he still owns a good bit. Time to give my children. I only have one right now, and she needs to set up good marriage lines for me. Let's check. What about that? This. Okay. Roger that. Cool, isn't it? Oh, if anybody has any questions or anything, definitely pop it down below. Anything to do with medieval history, as I have an old gander around this. Right, I need to let this go just so I can save up my money. And also, I need a margin lines to come up, a good one. Oof, we got no one. Alliance Power France with French. Similar. I need bigger. Bigger and better. What do you have? Similar. Okay. Arrange marriage between my daughter and the only peasants to marry up. Okay. Roger. Pop over. Let me move. Yeah. Try to move you over here. Would that be better? That's much better. Everyone's very quiet today. I'm gonna try breaking my head. That's what I can say. Right. Get things here. Munster. Oh yeah, and I took Cornwall as well. I'm hilarious like that. I could probably take more land, although that would cost me more money, wouldn't it? Easily be able to take it as well. But I'd break my treaty. I'll just let it slide for a wee bit so I can get more money. More money. I like money. Where am I plugged into? While studying the tactics of the ancient generals, I was astounded to learn about the exploits of Alexander the Great during his conquest. During his siege, Alexander assaulted an island fortress, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I remember that one, all right. Why waste time studying tactics which don't work? No, I'm going to go for this one. Oh, shit. Did I just pick the wrong one? I must pick the one just in the middle. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. She's very quiet today. What's going on? Very quiet in my chat today. Bum, bum, bum. You have become the new head of the dynasty. Bum, 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 bum. Can I create that? I'm actually saving on my money so I can just become King of Ireland. What's Iceland doing? Any opportunities there? Who's this? This is a triple maker right there. Right, Roger that. Oh, that's not good anyway. Bum. You're known for your dedicated fate. Not great. Oh, Wessex is really booming. I managed to get marginalized with them last time, and I managed to really take a whole load of land quick. You're not the one I'm looking for. But Wales, what's the story with them? Um, so you're all your children married, are they? Oh, she's not married. Can I not marry her now? Oh, she passed away, did she? 1 second. No, she's perfectly alive. Arranged marriage. Hmm. But I bet you maybe like 1,000 against it. But if I have a son, or maybe I should just be improving my relationship. Oh, well, let's jump up a wee bit. I don't think I need to build up on any more of that. Sway. There we go. Because that would be a good marriage alliance to build, especially since I still need to unify Ireland. Oh, well, that's not good. Why it disappeared there? Oh, we're back again. Don't know what happened there. Oh, that bastard. Who's got the best military? I need, because he has a bigger military force, doesn't he? And he's not no problems. Ooh, but that's both. He's got no allies. Maybe no allies summoned yet, because he still has what's his face, doesn't he? Yeah, alliance. He's got 2 alliances. No, he's just got 1. Oh, he will not come in. Oh, that's interesting. I was really hoping to save money instead of getting pulled into silly little wars. God, my chat's dead for this time and all. Dun, 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 dun. Why is my chat dead today? It's about equal. No way I can like hire mercenaries or anything. So military, mercenaries. Slightly off them mercenaries. Hello, how are you keeping? Bum, bum. I can take Dublin quick enough. What's going on here? Who's he at war with? Being raided. Okay. Interesting. However, I'm at war with these lads. Oh, shit. Ha! 2 massive armies. Do you know what? It's GTF out of here. Oh, shit, I'm about to get caught. Well, that's gone to hell. Oh, this campaign's gone to hell anyway. Went to hell very, very fast. Oh, but I can't announce myself King of Ireland. King of Ireland. But I could also get mercenaries. 1 second. Where did I get that money from? I don't know where I suddenly got that burst of money from, but I did. La 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 la. Anybody doing anything decent? Oh, chat's dead, boys and girls. Chat's dead today. Nobody asking me any questions. See, I could go for kingship, but at the same time, I could get mercenaries. which would be super, super, super handy. Goddamn. Still slightly off these mercenaries here. What is your favorite part of medieval Irish history? I have a few, to be honest with you, Tanya. First and foremost, my favorite part in Irish history is 5th century with Nile of the Nine Hostages is always good starting point. But of the early medieval period, I prefer the Viking Age, especially the 10th century stuff, the likes of Donegal Dunn. The era of Donegal Dunn is actually one of my favorites. A lot of people don't like Donegal Dunn. I like Donegal Dunn because Donegal Dunn has massive battles, which people don't talk about, because he was having the men of Dublin raise a force of 7,000 men and invade England. It's not that much time. There's not many times in Irish history when it's Ireland that's invading our England, especially with a force of 7,000 men. So yeah, Donegal Dunn is kind of seen as the villain in Irish history because I'm sure he's the one that kills Brian Bruce's sister. So he's always seen as the villain of Irish history. Did you ever figure out what the difference between knights and men at arms is at training wise? I'm assuming the difference between the men at arms and knights is definitely the fact that the knights have the old jousting training and all that kind of stuff, where they've got more of that elite training, where the men of arms have more of that. What was it called? Kind of more brute force training, isn't it? Where the knights kind of tidy it away, especially since knights have a bigger wage than men at arms. Men at arms can make a good bit of money, but I think knights get, allegedly anyway. But there's definitely a difference with the old honor style, anyway, that's for sure. Hello, Philip. I hope you had a great day. And yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Could do a character making more money. If I just put down my military force for a wee bit and then re-raise them again, I could make enough money to then get what was it called? Mercenaries. So, we can't disband the military? Okay. So if I put them there, I could disband them, and that way I could make more money. Unless he takes Clonmacnoise, noise, which he's looking to do. Where is my allies? What's this? Oh, so random. Where are they connected to? Wales? And who's he? There's a Norseman under Wales who's taking land there. So random. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, and they're sending more ships. This is painful to watch. Where's my allies, huh? Well, there's my allies, but my allies are in a bad spot. Okay, well, I lost that war anyway. It's really annoying about that. Bum, bum, bum. Right, so I assume he just took over Iceland, right? That's okay. I'll take Iceland back over later on. I have enough money now to set up the kingship of Ireland, and from there I can make dough of that and try to push the Vikings out again later on. Bum 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 bum. Right. Put that on display. I had Excalibur. Looks like a shite version of it though. Nile. There you go. The E-Nail House banner, huh? Delicious little thing, isn't she? And then claims. I need to get that back. Of them criminals. Do you know who is the strongest king of the Northern E-Nail? O'Neill's, well, Enel. I would definitely say the Kennel Owen. Kennel Owen end up becoming the dominant ones, and also on top of that as well, the Kennel Owen, they end up becoming the O'Neills themselves. It's a difficult one though, because the Kennel Connell, don't they end up becoming the O'Donnells and stuff? And they are quite dominant there, like as the old O'Donnells. Not the McDonald's though, because the McDonald's come down from how's this? If I zoom in like that, what's that look like? Assuming that's not bad. But the McDonald's come in and they take over the Ullid area here later on. Well, pretty much not completely, but you do take a good chunk of it. And then with the the Scottish plantation, they really expand out and sell a whole load of land and make lots of money. So yeah, the McDonald's, they once had a farm in Ulster. But the McDonald's came in originally to support the O'Neills at the siege of Carrickfergus about here. Carrickfergus in this. Can you build Carrickfergus? If I wait long enough, will it pop up? Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can build Carrickfergus in this. Isn't that cool? But yeah, Carrickfergus is here. And if you build that fort there, I'm assuming it'll stop the movement again, just like it did in real life. When you had the Normans coming up and they built Carrickfergus Castle here to prevent the Normans moving up and down. Can I minimize? How's the minimization work on this one? Oh, I'm gone. If I do it like that, yeah. That's much better, isn't it? Right. I assume that will come back eventually. How behind is this? Those ads are terrible. Right. What else do I need to do? Oh yeah, take more land. Now that I'm King of Ireland, anyway, at least recognized as King of Ireland, I can build a bigger military force, take more land. I can always try to take back Iceland later on. Maybe the colony was lost, but we can focus on taking over Ireland. I need to build a healthy relationship with him so I can build up marriage alliances. Let's become buddies. And then with his help, I can actually push out the rest of the Norsemen. So I'd like to declare war on him. He still has 4,000 men. I need to build up bigger force. I need to build up a bigger force of the Irish. I've noticed that my Archbishop has been nervous pacing the room. What's been going on in the background? All these different claims they have. Send them to the Pope. Yeah, send her to the Pope. Pope can always know us better. Right, pause it there and see what other jobs he needs to do. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter for now. Jeez, why is everyone so much more powerful than me? Rebuild my military force and also build marriage alliances. What kind of marriage alliance do I have right now? Relationship, courtiers. Oh yeah, claims alliances. That's the one. My alliance with Castile will bring up for a while anyway. What's the crack from Belfast? You're very late. How are you keeping anyway? Oh, that's what I need to do as well. Oh my god, I need to put my short. Just reminded me. I think my short was still processing on. What was it called? Tickety talk. Now it's just processed, I can just hand it over to YouTube and what was the other one I'm on? Instagram. So Instagram's all right for loading up shorts, but it's very cranky when it's doing live streams and stuff. I don't know why. I have an odd check on my odd tickety tock talk. Oh, ay. Changing Gales of Era. Who owns that channel? Not doing too bad. Does it actually have any videos on it? Okay. Fair enough. And what else do I need to do? I'm good. Hope you're good. Having the province of Ulster, you'll win. Well, that's true. It's trying to capture off the Norse now, because the Norse went in and occupied the Ulster region and Dublin, as you can see there. So I have to recapture off them. The old men of Ullid. It's funny how the men of Ullid ended up pushing up the ENL, because I started this off with the ENL Confederation. I was playing as Flan Shinna, and then the Norse took over the Kingdom of Ullid, Ulster, and ended up pushing out the ENL. Wild times. Jesus. It's taking TikTok a very long time to process my video. Like, it's been doing it for a good hour or so. What's the crack, buddy? Any news with you? You're very late as well, are you? Yeah. God, sometimes TikTok takes way too long to process videos. What else do I need to do? Bum, 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 bum. And if this guy dies, his son will take over, but he'll end up losing all of his alliances that keep him afloat. He's got an alliance with the Holy Roman Empire. So once he dies, there may be a divide in land, and I'll be able to gobble up stuff. We'll see anyway. What's what I need to do? Well, regiment. Supposed in regiment. Why is how did she end up being regiment? How did she sneak in there? This computer is trying to mince you, man. Give us Northern Ireland Brexit tin opener. You take over France like first ever. Whoa here, but to be fair, France right now it's kind of big. Like, do you not think so? Like, can I put that on the other screen? 1 second. Like, look how big France is right now. Like, it's a bit big. Like, do you know? The only one that's free there is Brittany. Brittany's kicking off. And what? Why is Leon? Spanish. Why is? I don't even. Huh? Okay, I'm not even gonna ask why Leon. That's ran by people of Brittany, as in like French Brittany, the Celtic Brittany. And what's this? I'm not even gonna ask why that's such a blur. Okay. I'm asking too many questions of what the hell is going on in France. Back over home to Ireland, where we're slowly waiting for people to die and alliances to end so I can gobble up more land and also make more money. Because I like the money, because the money can buy me stuff. France is like the. Lad, you're lousy. Why don't you like the French? Yeah, sure, I'm the father. No one could demasculate me. I'm the boy. I'm sure my spouse doesn't even like me. And she's running the show. What the hell's going on here? Things are very strange. The Anglo-Saxons, God, the Anglo-Saxons be really pushed out of it. Yeah, I think you've obviously got Wessex and you've got this bit of land here, but the rest of it's Norse and Anglo-Saxon territory here. It's not a great day to be Anglo-Saxon, I tell you that. Because normally I turned it to the five boroughs and all that kind of stuff, but that hasn't happened here. I am King of Ireland. I am Flan Shinna, King of Ireland. It's very dead today, the conversations and stuff, compared to, what was it, the old last week. Bum, 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 bum. Right, we'll save up some more money there. Oh, boys and girls, what are you doing? What do I do if I do that way? That way. Well, yeah, I understand where you're coming from now. Like, it's true. They didn't give us the love that we needed. Mom. Let me move this around. Oh my god, everything's plugged in, so I move something, wires go flying. Is that a daughter? Praise Saint Bridget. Yeah, there's a little daughter. At least I can have another marriage lines anyway. Get them marriage lines is up and going. So we can take more land. We have a good gawk. Declare war. He's only got a force of 1,000 men, and that marriage lines is gone, right? So I can easily come back in that. But would I really drag myself out? And how is he doing on this side? He only has a force of 2,000 men. Tempting stuff, right? Oh, nice. Ulster just snapped in two. And how's his stuff going on? Force of 8,000 men on this side. And a force of only 400 men. And what is he? Oh, you're definitely... Oof, we have to kick him out. Yeah, let's invade Connacht. Especially when we can. Yeah, you're not getting that. And what happens if I just give us a second? Declare war for the county. It's very limited. We want to take the whole shebang in one go. So we'll give them the old boot. Right. Raise up military force. Hey there! I think on the last stream you mentioned heading all the way up to Japan. Oh, I'm in Japan right now. Like, what do you mean by that, Volt? I've been living in Japan for like 5 years or so now because of the housing crisis back home in Ireland. So it's literally all of the fact that there's no homes in Ireland for the likes of myself. I was just booted out. The government was like, "Get out! You got a stick and chase me out of the country." Oh, the old hobbler horses. Are you talking about the hobbler horses? Everyone comes up to me calling them hobby horses. Is it not hobby? What was a hobbler horse? Or am I getting mixed up with a different breed? All I mean is it's a long way. I was just curious. Never been myself. Yeah, it's grand over here. Nice and safe, though, I tell you that. Oh, they allied really quick, didn't they? See what that looks like. Okay. Do you know what? We'll bring in our allies there. I I have another daughter as well, and daughters are very good at bringing in allies. So, we'll how far is it? These allies are quite far now. Ah, hmm, it's not too far actually. Oh, let's use it for. Ooh, okay, that'll work. Bring in a fellow Celt. Yeah, these ones I can't spell it. The Google hobby horse, hobby horse, hobby horse, hobby. Hmm. Let me have a gawk. Maybe this is why people keep calling it get mixed up between the two. Hobby horse is an English horse. That's not the horse I'm talking about. I'm talking about the hobbler horse. 1 second. Maybe that's why people keep coming at me and saying, "Oh no, blah blah blah." That makes no sense. I'm sure you're all getting mixed up with the hobbler horse with the 1 second. I got the spelling. It's over here. Ah, maybe that's why, because it's spelled like this. 1 second. If that makes it pop up correctly on Google, I'll check there in a sec. No, that spelling doesn't pop up. It's this spelling that pops up. Hobbler, yeah. So it's this spelling that pops up on Google. Oh no, 1 second. Yeah, this spelling. Oh yeah, it's popped up there. So that's the horse I'm talking about. That explains, because people kept going hobby horse, and I'm like, and then people were like, the hobbler horse came in. Sorry, the that horse came in with the Norman invasion. I was like, I'm pretty sure the hobbler horse was already in Ireland, and I don't know of any tactics of the Normans using the hobbler horse. I was like, okay. And somebody was like, it's quoted from the book you keep quoting for. What was it called? Of Currents and Gallowglass. And I'm starting to myself. I never came across. I can't remember coming across that in Of Currents and Gallowglass. Yeah, I think you guys are getting mixed up a hobbler horse and hobby horse. Hmm. Yeah, it could be like, because like people kept correcting me. They kept going like, the hobby horse and the hobbler horse, and then they kept referencing Of Currents and Gallowglass, and I'm like, it's actually in that book because I haven't found it. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually haven't read completely the what was it called? That book completely. Like I've been taking bits out, like you normally end up doing. This is why Google sucks. Well, I wouldn't say it sucks. Like Google's quite handy, like, but um, oh, it's just when you get the spelling and stuff wrong, you're fecked. Compared to AI, when you ask AI something and you get the spelling wrong, it just lies to you. Like it just outright just lies to you. Like because wait, what was it? AI? You already have to know the exact quotation you're asking it, and then at that point, then you're just thinking to yourself, why did I even ask you? Like, although it's grand for spelling, what was it? Grammar and because I always mess up with the grammar. What was the other thing again? Anyway, all the stuff to do with grammar and that. What is the other one? It's literally on the reason why it's annoying now is on the tip of my head. This is a word that's starting to escalate a hand. Oh, what did I get pulled into now? You didn't tell me you were already at war. Oh my god, this is turning into a mess now. I thought this was easy going. Are us in Northern Ireland fighting with you? Where you're against. The men of the Ullid are on the side of the Norse. The men of Ulster are on the side of the Norse. So you're fighting against me right now. Good, yes. I've been dealing with it a lot. People arguing with AI results. Oh, you're not the only one. What was it? Rachel was arguing with somebody at one of the medieval festivals over the summer. she was saying how the kilt was only came in around the 19th century, and this guy was like, no, the kilt is like an ancient Scottish and Irish dress. And she was like, oh well, prove it. So like, what's your source and stuff? And he was like, he just went on the AI, ChatGPT in front of her and went, there you go, and just gave her ChatGPT. And she just gave him the answer he wanted, you know? That's the problem with AI. AI will just straight up give you the answer that you want, which I've experimenting and playing. Yeah, I can confirm that's true. Like, that's not good. Why am I pulled into this war? Are you going to win that war? How do I click on that thing again? Alliances. There we go. Oh yeah, you're great. That's grand. Oh wait, no, you won't. You've got more enemies. It's not good. That was not a good alliance. I was really expecting to win this blasted war. Can I pull anyone else into this? Do you wanna join? Why am I 2 wars? Yeah, there we go. You can join that one. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I will pull anyone into this war. Oh, yeah. Just pulling people into this blastering war. See. You just need to turn on the deep research function, and then the AI can not only lie to you. Yeah, it does. But it even gets the citations wrong. Who was it? There was someone arguing with me, and he goes, what was his argument again? It was like 200 years of Irish occupation, which it's not the case because the ENL pretty much dominate Ireland throughout the entire Viking Age. Like, there's no point where you have this scenario where the Norse have pretty much taken over Ulster and stuff. Like, here you have the Norse have managed to come in, remove the Kennel Owen and have become the Kennel Owen and pretty much become Ulster. Like, that never happens. It could happen. Like, you could pull it off, but the ENL dominate the mid and north of Ireland and pretty much whatever cattle tribute they can get here and there for all of the Viking Age. This guy was arguing yesterday that it was the Vikings were taking taking tribute from the ENL and were taking tribute from the Irish. I'm like, there isn't a single example of the Eamers or any Vikings taking tribute, especially Norwegian or Icelandic Vikings taking tribute from the Irish kingship. There's no example of that ever happening. They take loot and raid, but that's different. Like, that's not a subjugated tribute. Like, so Jesus, that's 8,000. Help me, I'm dying. But he says, oh, that's his main force, Roger. So I have to be 1 second. Oh, sure, I wasn't. Oh, I can run up there. Okay, I'll run up there. That'll give me enough time. If I make it over here, maybe. Oh, I'm dead over there. Anyway, back to whatever I was yapping on about. Yeah, so this guy was arguing that what was it called? The Vikings had taken tribute or were subjugating the ENL. That never happened. So I asked for a reference, and he references Annals of Ulster, translated by Claire Downham. And I knew straight away. I was like, Claire Downham never translated the Ulster Annals. And so I poked around, and you go onto ucc.ie or any of the translations, couldn't find a single translation. But then I just ran it through Google. And then I get, not Google, AI. I ran it through AI because I knew it was AI he got his reference from. And then I gave the correct one, right? And lo and behold, AI actually apologized, which means AI thought originally that the Ulster Annals have been translated by Claire Downham. The fact it apologized, because it didn't do it for me, it did it for someone else, but it knew it had made that mistake, in its overall server and whatnot. So the fact it apologized, I was like, I knew I gotcha. And I said it back to your manner. I was like, you took that from ChatGPT. He was trying to, he didn't say he didn't, but he was trying to his best to kind of deny it and kind of ignore what I was saying. Like AI is a grand tool. Like I use AI all the time for correcting my grammar and stuff because my grammar is shockingly bad. So it's a good tool to quickly get all the work that you've done, copy and paste it in, let it fix it, and that's sorted. But when it comes down to history, it gets too confused, and then when it gets too confused, it just lies. So it's quite funny. Like, oh yeah, the guy who married the AI bot. God, like he must be a very 2D person. Because I talk away to bloody AI thing all the time, and it's just like I don't know, kind of just repeats itself, and I don't know. I think it's boring. Makes for a boring conversation, like. But then the person must be a very lonely person to go off and marry AI. Like, escape, escape. No, that's not good. Why am I being pulled into another war? Thanks for pulling me. How many wars am I at? Can you not just fight one bloody war that I can win? Right. Brittany, you were a terrible ally. you pulled me into another war. What the hell? No, I'm at war with Wales. Was this a world war? Like what the hell? It's definitely an article, but it's not really accurate in regards of intelligence. Yeah, very, very, very true. Like, right. So that's not good. But why is that force gone slightly down a wee bit? Oh, but I'm winning now. But who else am I fighting? Oh, it doesn't. Well, I'm not winning that one. But my allies have just arrived. Hello. Okay. Right, let's go up to Climax noise. Come on. Oh, he's doing a runner, but we got him. At first I thought, what's this one? Oh, we just whatever. He's a great guy. There we go. So we're finally winning the war for Connacht. Bum, bum, bum. What's he doing over there? Oh, people are just raiding the gaff. At this stage now, after this war, oh, I won this. This is victory anyway. Oh, well, I lost that. Well, that was inevitable. I was going to lose. So, Wales, what the hell? My voice is gone from that one. La, 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 la. Watch me as I terribly play this game. Oh, some of the comments aren't getting through. Hey, Kat, what's the crack? Your comment didn't get through on my other one. I don't know why, though. Bum, 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 bum. I'll try this. Whoa. Let's see if it works. And what's this one like? Ireland. Do you like Ireland? Let me take that one. Oh, the main forces over there. Well, I'm about to take this. What's that look like? Oh, well, it's 100% I win. Okay, now that looks very nice. We'll bring down my main force. Sorry, one more. Give myself a new steward. Assign him as my steward. And oh yeah, expand my military force. Look at beautiful Ireland. She is gorgeous. I'm at this stage now where I could easily. You trying to sound southern? I am southern. What do you mean I'm trying to sound southern? I am southern. Unlike the rest of the lads, what's his name? Where's what's his name gone off to? Who always calls all of Ireland southern? Rhodey, who always calls all of Ireland Southern. I'm actually Southern. I'm the original Southerner. Before the rest of y'all started calling yourselves the Southerners, I am the original Southerner. Look, this Munster. 1 second. Let me change this to it's what was it called? What one was it again? 1 second. Is it titles? No. My country. Go on, calling yourselves the Southerner. I am the Southerner. I was in Alabama for a while, and really liked Alabama. Alabama's awesome. 1,500. He's quite powerful, isn't he? Alabama. So tiny. Right. How is Ivor the Bonus doing? He could do it dying, so he's like. Oh, Sweden? Oh, well, that's a good alliance to make. He's missing an eyeball, though. Ireland. Do you like Ireland? I like Ireland. And there thinking to myself, which is the best way to go about this? How is the culture doing right now? Oh, they're starting to get more and more of that. What was it, Norse culture inside there? There it is. Them boys up in the Ulid keep taking on more and more of that Norse culture. Gaelic culture as well, also starting to take in more of that Norse culture. And then Dublin is just Norse. Like, I love how the video game just takes up so much territory and area, like, just bang, Norse. No in between, just poof. This is all a Norse settlement now. The video game does, it's so funny, like. I need to go back to, yeah, there is. What year are we on? 900 AD. My flanch, I'm playing as Male Shocknull the second, as it says there. God, that's so early. Male Shocknull the second. Hi, King. So early to be having a king. And I debate with myself, should I declare war and take over the duchy as quick as I can? Who's his ally? Oh, the Isle of Man. Should I not? Should I not? I'm in a good spot, though, to be declaring war on Ulster and just take over that spot as quick as I can. And then I have to play the waiting game for Ivor the Bonus to pass away, so then I can take over his lands. He's 55 now, and he's betrothed to a child. Who is his new wife? 1 second. Who are you? Oh, that's where he's got that marriage lines from. He's marrying the daughter to the Swedish. That makes sense. Okay. And what else do I need to do? Okay. Do you know what, Becca? Before you do anything, Miles, I'm just going to quickly capture your duchy and hope you don't make any powerful alliances. Oh, maybe I should wait for my main force to rise back up again. Oh, but if your main force is here, I could quickly actually gulp them up. Okay, Roger. Quickly zoom over there. And also, I'll need quickly bring my allies in. Can you come and help me, please? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's so handy because they were literally just in the battle and I came in and quote unquote rescued them. What are you on? 500? What am I on? 1,000? And these boys are marching over here, so I can easily, as you're trying to regroup. Oh, you're doing a regroup, you bastards. Yeah. Okay. I have time. I have plenty of time. I can easily skip down here. Okay. Oh, actually, I got a bigger force now by myself. Oh, a bunch of Ray Icelanders. Okay. Oh no, that is not good. No, I definitely have to. Oh, where are these raiders all coming from? Why am I getting a lot of raiders instead of allies appearing? What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Why do I have an entire Viking invasion kicking off? Okay, now my allies have popped up. What the hell is actually going on here? Raider. Okay, a bunch of raiders just rocked up and now they're buzzing off again. It's weird. And he thinks he's smart. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly march over there with my allies and smash them out of it. Okay, that's weird. Okay. I shut off the force now to beat him. Ah, there we go. Come on, where's my allies? There we go. Okay. What's the score looking like? 42%. My chat's gone dead. Where's everyone going? La 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 la. Was just popping in. Gonna turn in soon. Good night. Sleep tight. Why is that not popping up on my main chat though? Some of these stuff doesn't pop up at all. Oh, unless there's a delay. Yeah, there is a delay. A wee bit of a delay anyway. Right. I might just. Just march straight over to Ulster. I just want to take over the main capital part of it. Oh, what is this? Oh my god. Why is he declaring war on me? Force of 6,000 men. What is he at war with? Leinster. Right, he's expanding over to Leinster. I hope he passes away. Right. That's so annoying. I really, really hope he passes away while he's at war with me. Oh, okay. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for literally ruining my bloody war, you little invader. That is not good. 5 military force. He got so lucky with that last one. Oh no. The Swedes. That's not good. But at the same time, ooh, I'm so close to taking over Ulster. So I might lose Leinster to the Norse, but hopefully Ivor later on dies and his lands get divided, which might give me a massive advantage. So lucky my allies actually just quickly running around the place, mopping up. So I'll lose Leinster, but I'll gain the other bit later on. And then I can eventually just drive the Vikings out. Oh, shite. Oh, where's my ally gone? Oh, my ally's up in the north. Right, 1 second. I forgot to take that, puts them in a battle. Okay, I lost that. Okay, so they've expanded. It's okay. We can get that back later on. And what's my military force? I can raise my military force again. So my military force has heals back up. And I can fly over to here. I was always told I wasn't Irish. My heart and guts and bones couldn't be convinced. So it must be really love it. They should be starting to work on the odds. What do you mean? Are you talking about the archaeological work that's going on in the Isles in Orkney? Yeah, there's a ton happening lately, isn't there? I'll just march up here. Reoccupy all this again. It's all right. It's hard to be Irish. I'm from Dublin and told all my life. Yeah, being Irish is weird. People will literally tell you all the time how you're not Irish for doing A, B, and C. Like I'm from Munster, never been told I wasn't Irish, and then I go to Dublin one time, and someone turns around there and says, "Oh, I'm not Irish because I don't drink a certain type of Guinness and stuff." And I'm like, "What the hell?" Oh, it's auto saving, right? Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Where's all these guys popping up from? Oh bollocks! All right, let's finish that before they fight back. There we go. There. No, I just need to get this bloody expanding Ivors territory out. How old is he now? 58. He needs somebody needs to go and murder him. Like, is there a scheme? 20% chance right now. He was Roman Catholic to start with. Maybe he converted to the Protestant faith, but he was Roman Catholic to start with, and then he may have. He was in with all the Anglo-Irish fellas. He started off as a Gaelic peasant to an Anglo-Irish man, in around the 1600s, wasn't it? After the Williamite Jacobite Wars, he immigrated from Ulster to Meath, where there was old English families and new English families were staying, and so he was a peasant there. But he was very, very, very good at the administration and banking there. I don't even care if I got caught. I just need this guy to die. Murder, 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 and we'll put him down my main force as well. Disband military force. La, 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 la. Was Arthur Guinness a clown? Da, 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 da. Can I do it that way? All these ways are so funny. What if I just do this? Ah, there's me. Me. He was more British than Irish. You just why don't you like Arthur Guinness so much? Why do you see him as a proper, not a part of the Irish world? Why are you so anti Arthur Guinness? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see why. I have to go over to TikTok quickly and I need to post that up, and then I'll go get a drink of water probably. Who else needs a drink of water? I talk so much shite on Facebook and on Google. Why, oh why is that video not? Okay, do you know what? I'll have to turn it off and turn it back on again. It's gonna wreck up my TikTok video, but these things happen because sometimes TikTok is jammed for some reason, and you have to like upload it and then take down, re-edit it for it to actually unjam itself. Although previous people would have already liked it and stuff, and it just wrecks up your views. But TikTok doesn't care about my growth. That's why you say Guinness isn't true Irish drink. You just have a vendetta against Starter for some reason. But I would always say it's a dub drink, to be honest with you. I was always a man for drinking Archer Thieves, like in Cork, by. Except that. Right. Now, TikTok this morning decided it just wants to wreck up my growth, as usual. Like, what's the other drink? The country men prefer. Well, don't in Mallow, boy. I've been drinking. I was anyway drinking all. I don't know what everyone's drinking right now, but everyone was drinking Archer Thieves up in Mallow last time I was there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love good cider. Like Archer Thieves is so nice. Murphy's. I do like me a Murphy's. What was it called? Up around Milton, they're drinking a whole load of Murphy's. Like, what else did they be drinking? Trying to think now. The lads be telling me this kind of stuff, and I can't remember. Just be minding my own point because I was I wouldn't mind a nice drink, all right. Like, wouldn't so much cider. I don't think I'd be cider mad these days. Like, because when I was knocking back the cider, I was like 25ish and stuff. Your stomach's grand back then, but the older you get, you can't be tearing your stomach apart with the old cider anymore. Like, geez, I have to give away a whole load of land in my other live thing there. Bum 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 bum. Where's the old armies? Armies. Oh, I have to rebuild that army. But geez, my entire council needs to be rebuilt in that. They all hate me. Yeah, the old ale is nice. What's grand like? But that's not bad stuff. Like, but who mostly drinks the old ale? I was over in Wexford a few years back, and they were drinking some fun stuff over there. Can't remember what specifically it was because I was busy and I was just drinking whatever they were giving me. But it's good stuff. Like, I'm trying to think now. What do I need to do next? Oh yeah, I need to give away the land in that other video game thing. Boom, 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 boom. Ransom that. See, I've got a lack of kids now. Is that my son? Yeah. I'm a spouse now, so I get more allies when I go. Boom, boom, boom. Ally strength. French, Catholic. What more do you want? Yeah, an alliance would be good. And then, what's it called? And then, I'll pop over in a second. Oh my god, there's nothing worse than an old leaker. They always scare me, man, especially when you got the farts on the go. Scary times, scary times. I'd have to give my son a whole load of land. Yeah, 1 second. Grant titles. High Chieftain of Munster. We give him the title of Munster. Earl of Ormond. And Okay. Yeah. What's up for the topic today? Anything you want to ask me? Anything you want to ask me? Just open Q&A. I need to test out my internet connection really, but I'll probably just come on for an old chat every week. What was it? Every Wednesday for an old chat. Probably Monday, depending on how I feel, and also depending on how much admin I need to get done. Because sometimes I'm doing like admin and I end up it's really in fact I'm just reading. I end up reading and it goes on and on and on. I can make the Duchy of Connaught. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make the Duchy of Connaught. High Chieftain of Connaught. And what else can we do? The Duchy of Ulster. Yeah, there we go. They say harp. Is it true Irish? But yeah, I was up in what was it, Northern Ireland, and that's all the presidents drink. The Orange Boys. All they do is drink harp. They're addicted to harp. That and Bookfast. All the president lads up in the north love the old harp. When I'm doing the Irish tours and stuff, I'll probably end up with a load of cans because the harp is so cheap. It's actually not bad. I actually like harp. Milligan? Pennsylvania? Pittsburgh? How's everyone doing tonight? Anyway, nobody's got any questions for me to do with medieval history, but I have no problems talking about the old alcohol either. The old alcohol. Do you drink Carling? Carling's nice, no. I wouldn't say it's the best. Well, we have the old Irish writing, all right, but like anything to do with any writings in Ireland has been translated. So the earliest one, as you're saying there, is the Ogham writing that came in. And now we're at the point that we think that the Ogham writing was written by somebody who had Hiberno-Roman culture behind them because it has the entirety of the Roman alphabet in Ogham writing. So Ogham writing is the oldest in Ireland. Oh, aye. Bum. What is my what was it called? If he dies, why doesn't he just get an heir? I suppose he's very young though. Um, okay, whatever. Are you consider Black Irish? Oh Jesus Christ! You just like getting holes. Like you see the shovel there. I look into the comment section. Are you considered Black Irish? Like, what do you want, huh? Like, yeah, exactly. Brown Irish. Cannot see like Jesus, you know. Getting shovels there. I swear, like, do you want a shovel for Christmas? Bum, 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 bum. What is the Book of Kells about? Like, well, the Book of Kells, it's written around the 9th century, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And so when the monks made it, it was kind of a miracle because they originally made it in Iona, and then all the Vikings came down. They came over from Norway. They were like, "Come to sail around and attack Iona." So they attacked Iona. So the Irish who were living up in Iona had to go back over to Kells. So they landed here, and they finished the book here. And when they finished the book, it was absolutely gorgeous, and everyone agreed it was absolutely gorgeous. And so they tried protecting it for what was it? over was it 1,200 years. So the fact it survived 1,200 years is quite awesome. Like, so then they brought the Book of Kells up to Dublin, and now they put it into Trinity College where you can go and look at it. And you yourself can turn around and says, actually, for a book that lasted 1,200 years, it is actually quite gorgeous. You know, it also gives us a really good insight to the language at the time, and also various stuff like what they were wearing at the time. As you can see with the Book of Kells Warrior, which gives us a really good insight to what the cattle raiders would have dressed during the period. Is that still broken? 1 second. I think I got it working there. Yeah, I knew it. Sometimes it just jams on TikTok, and you have to like delete it and repost it. That delete re-edit button. That's what I need to do. Boom, boom, boom. 1 second. I'll switch over to this screen here because I need to do some admin. Actually, we'll go over to the old tickety talk, and so that's why the Book of Kells is so important. Anyway, my gran was in our local Hibernian club. Which one? One up in Ulster. Good question, Rock. Oh, it is a good question. One of the best questions around, huh? Do you want to shovel with Rock? Do you and Rock want shovels together? You can go digging holes out my back. Because you might as well at this stage, like. Ogun writing is Rome. It's not Roman, it's just influenced by the Romans. Like, it was still an Irish fella that made it, who was of Hiberno Roman culture. But if you want to stupefy it, it's just Irish. It's just Irish, But if you want to go into the complexity of it, you'd say it was Hiberno Roman. I'll put that one there. I need to download my TikTok video and then start posting it everywhere so I can get them views in. Why is that button not working? The whole Mediterranean Bronze Age was Britain 10, so there's no doubt there's plenty of trade there. Even language that I hear some Irish have Egyptian as well. Yeah, there is. There's even what was it called? Oh my God, there is even. Let me switch over to the map. What was it? Indian influences in there as well. Somebody who's going to start calling me a black Irishman again. But there's Egypt, and then you just follow the trade route. Like, it's so easy. You just follow the coastal line of North Africa. Then you go into Iberia, continuing following the coastal line of Iberia up around France. Then from France up to Brittany, and then you could just slingshot your way over to Cornwall over to Ireland, and hey presto, we're in Ireland. Those two last bits of the journey, God, it must be a pain and a half not to die. Nor did they prefer to jump over to England. And then from Wales has got a better connection. They were doing it from Bristol. There were anytime they needed to trade from England over to Bristol. Look how big Wales is getting now. But anytime they needed to trade over to Bristol, trade from England to Ireland, they were trading from Bristol. I suppose they couldn't really pin down the Welsh. They kept rebelling against you. What other questions do I have? Ooh, let's go full screen. Yeah, that'll do. Of course, it would be have them, but questionable. With the Dublin Museum, it's class. Dublin Museum is deadly. I like it. The one that's like Archaeological Dublin Museum or something it's called, because you also have the Military Museum as well, which also has some really awesome stuff in there. Would there be anyone able to read it today? Yeah, there's people that can read Own Writing today. No problems. I actually have what my gran referred to as cheap Irish. Skin I burned and freckle, my great grandp. Interesting. And we have a random person in the comment section with a random comment. My great grandfather made loans. Oh, interesting. The Book of Kells was written in Latin, most likely. Probably a bit of Irish in there as well. But if the Irish always like to show off with their Latin, don't they? Really neat. Can you read Ogham writing? I can't. No, not right now. No, but I did translate it once. When you're in University College of Cork, or you're doing your leaving cert for for fun, they get you to translate the old Ugram writing. Oh yes, baby, I'm almost there. Oh, okay, Daniel. I assume you'd be knocking at my door any second now. Like, any crack, boy? The lads are just talking about Ugram writing. Do you know anyone who can talk in Ugram writing? Dun, 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 dun. So there's so many megalithics in Ireland that nobody's speaking about as well, as long as that's nice. You should do a bit of research in there. Go over to your local university. 1, 2, 3. A hen, a doe, a tree, a catter, a cook, a she, a shocked, a knocked, a ned det. I wish we would have been taught that. It depends where you're going. I know you've said it before, but could you give a couple of sources on? Ooh. Oh, you're talking about the Ridra? If you're just looking at the well, first and foremost, the earliest one I know right now is Tundle's Vision. That's the earliest one I know pops up, which makes sense because it's the 12th century of the Ridra. Boom, boom, boom. But anywhere you get knights, like it literally is just, what was it called? Bum, bum, bum. It's just knight. All it is knight, you know? And then when I start talking about the Ridra, I'm just talking about the development of Irish knights in Ireland, which is the development of Anglo-Irish and Gaelic knights in Ireland, because they ultimately just revolve around the whole cattle raiding culture, and also the fact that, like, if you are a knight who can function quite well with cattle raiding and stuff, you can probably most likely function with warfare in Ireland. Like, bum, bum, bum. Sure, I'll keep an eye out for it. Oh, aye. Where, Daniel? I'm waiting at the door here, like. Why aren't you coming in, like? Jesus Christ, like. You're a bit rude there, Daniel, you know? I'm over here thinking I'm all cute, not knocking at my door. Do you know? What's wrong with you? Are you socially okay? Huh? Or are you just teased like that? I can never afford college. Don't pity me. I'm just gonna ask you the question and learn cheap. You can send me money over on Patreon. Just give me all your money. Whatever you have left, you have to send it to me on Patreon. Bum, bum, bum. Intriguing. Oh, aye. What else do I need to do? I need more money. Also, somebody needs to murder. What's going on here? Yeah, murder. Bum, 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 bum. I still have Cornwall, which is wild. Yeah, you should be sorry there. Jesus. If you're enjoying yourself on my stream here, and another thing as well, you didn't even go over to my Patreon, like, do you know? If I was a woman now, you'd have no problems going over to Patreon and giving me a bit of money after that, huh? You'd be like, oh, there's a bit of money. It's because I'm a man. What was it, Daniel? You didn't even look at my Patreon, huh? What's that about? You know? Absolutely disgraceful. The way some of you guys in the comment section. I'd love to learn medieval Latin. I wish I could learn medieval Latin. That'd be fun too, wouldn't it? I need to bring more people onto my court. Invite more people into my court. So no gawk at this. Oh my god. I also need to get water because I am slowly but surely dehydrating to death as I am talking to you guys. And also, you guys need to send me, are there more entertaining questions? Or you guys need to send me or answer and tell me what's your favorite alcoholic drink. So it's either you tell me what's your favorite alcoholic drink, or you give me a question, okay? One or the other. Or coffee. If you don't drink alcohol, then it's coffee. You're going to tell me what's your favorite coffee. And if you don't drink coffee, then, you know, there's something socially wrong with you and you need to get out of chat. Bum, bum, bum. Learning Latin is the first part. Gonna figure out the crazy fun next. Very true. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need to just copy and paste. That's why I hadn't stood up yet. I was actually copying and pasting my stuff over to what's it called, YouTube. Proper. Oh, you're one of them boys. You must have been very disappointed when Conor McGregor pulled out of the race. One second, I'm pressing buttons here. Things are happening, boys. Things are happening. What do you think of Conor McGregor pulling out of the race? Who here actually was going to vote for him? I wasn't. Like, I don't think he had a clue what he was doing. Like, I have to say, standout for me is what's called sour beer. Would you believe? Have I tried out sour beer? So whenever I go to one of them festivals, I end up trying out all that stuff all at once, and I forget which one's which. A ginger ale. Well, I've definitely had a good bit of ginger ale. Ginger ale it's all right. Like, bourbon in a glass. Ooh, nice. What did you study in university? I went and did University College of Cork, where I studied Celtic civilization, which is pretty much just early medieval. And they should, at this stage, they should have switched over to early medieval literature studies, because that's really what it is. It is the study of early Irish literature. Like, but for the time being, it's called Celtic civilization studies, and that's because it sells, it just makes money, which it does. Like, people see Celtic and go, "Oh my god, I love the Celts." But they should change the name to early Irish literature. I think for the masters and stuff, it's referred to as early Irish literature. So I studied the likes of the Tomba, which, to be fair, like, you just have an academic just basically explain what the arguments are these days. Because Dave the Irish Chariot is just running amok saying mad stuff. The man is an absolute genius when it comes down to studying early Irish literature. And he never went to university. And even the lecturers say, like, what a professional historian is just somebody who spent more time reading history than the rest of us. Right, history. Irish. But weirdly enough, I'd still pay to do my doctorate. I'd still pay money to do my doctorate. Don't know why though. Shits and giggles, I guess. But no, I just kind of want that kind of, stamp, that kind of like, yeah, hooray, I did that, achievement. Especially with the bombardment thing, because the thing is, if you get a doctorate in whatever subject that you're after, your argument is solid proof. So it'd be great to get a doctorate in pretty much anything to do with Irish medieval history, just for that kind of stamp of like, no one can reverse an argument that I know my stuff. So move that bit. I'm getting a bit picky on this side. Oh yeah, I can chuck in a whole load of Viking hashtags in this. People are sending me too many questions at once on Discord. Right. Viking. Let me copy and paste that. And then I can send it over to Instagram. Okay, that's going up. Sending. Okay. Do you watch hurling? Well, I've been trying to. Everybody's trying to get me back into the hurling and GA again, the Gaelic football. But it was so hard to keep up this year, especially when we were so close to beating Clare and stuff. But what happens is I wake up and then I have to do like a dozen other things. And then I'd be like, a week later, I'd be like, oh, Jesus, I was meant to watch that game and stuff. So I end up missing loads, but I'll try again next season to go and watch a whole load of stuff with the old Garn hurling and stuff. Because I was for years, I was mad at the hurling. I absolutely love hurling, like, even when I was a small child. Terrible hurling, don't get me wrong. Absolutely diabolical hurling, but I love it at the same time. And is it truth? I don't know if any references of any type of guillotine being used, but It was definitely used in the medieval period before the French Revolution, where they had blocks to have a decapitation on. So there was definitely there beforehand the guillotine before it became a an official machine just to kill thousands a day and stuff, because they were guillotining everybody once that guillotine got up and running. So didn't they shove it into the French Revolution, got rid of dozens of people, and then all the way up to World War II, they were just lining people up and just guillotining them. Like, the Irish used the rocks. Well, used to drown them actually. We used to use the rocks, put them in a bag, and drown them. Isn't that how Turgus died? When male Shocknell the first got a hold of him. Mule, mule, mole. I always say it, male Shocknell. What else is there? Oh, I'm over to Instagram. I need to post up my short over there. I give a way better time for that one. Going into the old future. I think that's a big part of the story. Come crack. Oh, I. Mel Shocknell. Mel Shocknell the first. Re-airing of the Irish. Although, this whole, once you get into the Viking Age, I spent a good chunk of yesterday seeing what the crack is with that term re-airing, because once you get into the Viking Age, the Northern and the Kingdom of Mead, they're just not clicking the way they used to during the Golden Age of Ireland. When it was a proper confederation of Tuatha. But during that civil war between Iona and Armagh, it really put them in a funny state. And plus, you've got that pushing of more centralization as well. It's all a funny situation, like from what I was reading. So I was reading it before when I was doing the classes, and then I was rereading it all last night as well to get more detail into it and stuff. And it's all funny. Like, even that using that title, re-airing King of Ireland, it's funny because re-airing like applies, it's centralized, and I could see why historians instead are using the title High King, because it's easier to use High King than re-airing, because re-airing then is pretty much saying that you're King of Ireland, but at the same time, the later sources are using the term re-airing, so it's funny to me. It's all funny. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's up on Instagram now. Do any Irish speak Yola still? Yola? Yola? Huh? Anyway, no problem yet. Leave it to the French to use it the most effective tool ever. Well, it depends how cruel they really wanted to be. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they were just lining people up and chop, 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 chop. And what's crazy is they knew that wasn't, like, the science didn't come out until World War. Wait, no, I think it was the 1970s when they finally got rid of the guillotine, wasn't it? Wild. But it was, what was it? What was it? The science had proved around the 70s or 80s that the person was still alive after decapitation. The brain, like, it happened so fast, the brain didn't cop on to what was going on. So it was actually a very, very cruel weapon to be using, like. But the French, even in the 1800s, they were aware of this because the eyes would move around and people would talk, even after decapitation, like, because it happened so fast. Like, that's wild. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Just playing around with this a wee bit. Thinking the Irish spoke FAFO. Sir, what are you trying to say to me? Looking like an absolute weirdo. Um, do, 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 do. Oh, la, 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 la. Quiet. You're all gone quiet now. You all have to sleep. Bum, bum, bum. Your conversations make no sense. I'm thinking Irish. Speak. Feck around and feck out. Like, what? Average network of mercenaries help me. What's going on now? Oh, he's at war, right, Roger. What's my force like? I need to have more kids. Sorry, I missed those comments. They weren't left aware. Oh, I. You're the funniest, nicest, most entertaining. Well, that's nice. If you think that, you should head over to my Patreon there and give me £1,000. Thanks, buddy. What is the forecast for how to keep pulling up the rope? Many people had 6 or 3. You're going into those finer details of that French guillotine, aren't you? The questions are way out of my, qualifications, you know? Oh, I. Whatever Brian said there. Facts. It's only the facts. Right. I need water or I will die. Also, I might connect this over to the old, what's it called? Okay, we need water. That's first and foremost. And what do I need to do? How's my Instagram doing? I just got 3 viewers. That's grand. Right. And then we might do other bits and bobs. How behind is this thing? Oh, I don't even know. Water of life. Well, they say that for the whiskey, though, don't they? YOLO dialect? Never heard of that before. Anyone else ever heard of that? What do I want to drink? I'll just get some green tea there. You'll be back in a moment there. How much time do we have? Right, I'm going to get some water. Give me a second. Right. Aye. Right. Sure. Green tea at this time? What do you mean green tea at this time? Sure, when would you not be drinking green tea? Life goes around green tea. Don't forget that, like. I appreciate the channel as well. I was wondering if you could speak to autumn and the harvest season. It's almost harvesting season in the Irish immigration. Oh, the Irish imagination. Oh yeah, it's a spooky time. You be after the book for you is what was it? The Celtic Heroic Age by John Carey. That one goes on about the story of Nero. The one where you have the ghost that's hanged. That there's all kinds of stuff, mad stuff. I should actually do a reading of that for Halloween. Oh my god, I just need to fix my spine. If I do it this way, and then I put myself this way, and then if I put my hands like this, I put, ooh, that's nice. So your hands straight, and you bring it down like that to the sides. Oh, and then you straighten your back. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, my God. That's nice. Right. Yeah, look up the story of Nero on the Celtic Heroic Age by John Kerry. That's always a good book. Here, I'll show you. Celtic Heroic Age. Images. There you go. Absolutely gorgeous. Click on that one, and then we'll click on picture. And we can do this. Images. And then there we go. There's the book for you. There we go. Do this way. There, that's much better. There's the book to buy for you if you like Halloween. The Water of Life is absolutely gorgeous. Can I put myself? What else can I do with myself? Oh yeah, there we go. That's much better. What is your opinion on the current situation in Ireland? When I read about or talk about the current situation in Ireland, I'd rather go get battery acid, and I'd rather drink the battery acid, because to be quite honest with you, I look at what everyone is doing right now, and I see a bunch of morons, to be honest with you, they don't have a clue what they're doing. I mean, every single one of you don't have any idea what you're doing. You're literally playing into the hands of the people in the bigger picture, you know? I'm not going to elaborate on that because I get into trouble, but you're all being a bunch of played idiots, like every one of you. Nobody has any clue what you're doing, like, you know? You need to start thinking of the bigger picture. Way bigger story going on here, and you need to wake up, you know, because the bigger players are playing you guys like trumpets. But that's all I have to say with that one, because there's no point elaborating, because people are so clownish that they get worked up so easy. They wouldn't listen to anyone like me. They would just go off like their own clowns they are, like, and play it as muppets you all are. Yeah, they said the dialect served the Norse invasion had fewer than 300 speakers. What's the Norse invasion? What do you mean by that? And who were these people? What were the Gaels drinking before? The tea trade. The history of tea. I do have to look into that one, don't I? What were they drinking before tea? Well, they had to, if you're talking about the brewing, so you obviously had, first and foremost, if you had access to clean river flowing water, so clean flowing water from a mountain or river, or maybe you had access to a well, you could get hold of clean drinking water through those methods and means. Because this is before all the water gets contaminated in Ireland. So all the water right now is all contaminated and dirty. But back then it wasn't contaminated and dirty. So you could use the rivers and hills and stuff to have nice clean water that wasn't full of bacteria. So for Sligo, for example, nice clean water up there, right? So those people wouldn't have to worry about all the shite that's in the bacteria water now. Also, wells, people could build wells to get water. And then in situations where the water is dirty, they used to brew the water. So they used to brew the water. It's the same brewing techniques to make alcohol and stuff, but they used to brew the water. When people read about this kind of text, they get mixed up and they think they're talking about alcohol. So a lot of people online will be like, oh, everyone was drunk all the time. And it's like, you don't know how brewing works. Because if you brew it slightly, you'll clean out the bacteria from the water, and that's what happened. So some people don't understand brewing is the problem. Guinness doesn't pop up until after the what was it, the Jacobite and Williamite Wars. So after Jacobite Williamite Wars, you have the Guinness family who are from Ullid right here, and then they immigrate. Actually, you're on the wrong picture. We try this one. This one, yeah. And then if I switch maps again, here. I don't know how that's timed, but yeah. So you've got the Ullid territory, and then they can migrate. The Guinness family migrated after the William and Jacobite Wars. They lost their lands to the Scottish Presbyterians and had to immigrate down to the Midlands here. And they bumped into a New English family where they were peasants for them, but they were exceptionally good at the administration and finances and stuff. So they actually managed to work their way up. Plus, they were just hardworking farmers. And so eventually they got, they just ended up inheriting the lands. And then they made a really, really good deal in Dublin where they had like really, really cheap rent in the main street. What is now the main street of Dublin, which is now the Guinness Brewery in Dublin. So they end up making an absolute fortune there. Plus, the Dublin Brewery looks awesome. How many Irish are pirates? A good chunk of them must be at some stage going into, because you had with the Viking Age, Vikings come in, and then you've got the longboats. So now everyone has longboats, and you already have a cattle raiding. What was it called? Society there. And like the Viking longboats, they don't disappear after the Viking Age. So Irish continue just raiding around them as well, like raiding into Scotland, raiding into England, raiding wherever. Slaves become like a somewhat taboo no, but they're still sort of most likely stealing people as slaves and stuff as well, probably, most likely. And once you get up to the Tudor era, piracy in Ireland becomes a huge problem. So basically, after the Viking Age, they just stopped referring to them as, they always referred to them as pirates and raiders. So they were still kind of pirates and raiders. They just didn't disappear. And then just going into the Tudor period, the Renaissance, the 15th, 16th century, they just started referring to them as pirates. So I suppose most clans around the coastal area were all pirates and stuff. And this becomes a continuous problem, especially with the Tudor conquest of Ireland, because the biggest target with the English, you're more than welcome. St. Patrick particularly was... What was St. Patrick? Blackbeard the pirate. Is McGregor Stout British, is it? I know that. Florida. Jim, the farmers weren't. The Celtic Heroic Age. Oh, aye. There you go. Professor Dave Swifty. Very quickly, can I highlight that one? Well, I can't copy and paste that one. Oh my god. If I could copy and paste that one, it'd be great. Well, that's just a pain. Because Maynooth University put out loads and loads of really, really good books. They're the ones who are running, what's it called? Medieval Irish podcast right now. And that's quite good. But they're always busy. They don't get the same support, I suppose, as Gone Medieval. Gone Medieval, like they're just bang, 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 bang with all the research and stuff. But yeah, they have good supporters. So no surprise there. Vikings is the Norse invasion. Is it? Tell me about the Viking invasion. I don't know anything about the Viking invasion. What's the Viking invasion? Tell me all about the Viking invasion. I'll check that out. Where is County Wexford? Wexford is, one second, can you see my map? It is about here. I think that's literally Wexford. I'll wait for these things to always highlight if I can't click it. But yeah, that's Wexford right there. Ish. It's really here, like. Bum, 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 bum. Distilled water. But that's exactly what alcohol is. It's just distilled water, like. I'm from. Oh, nice. It's not the kingdom. It's the Ushriga. Up in the because that was the funnier because the main northern Nail are here, and then you've got a few realms and two that are here for independent to themselves. This is always the area that because it has Armagh and Patrick. Like at least Patrick is under the Ullet, but these lads here they always catch me off guard. Like these guys, like everyone else, kind of does their own things, but the two that are here, they're always just they always trip me because I never do enough reading or research into them because they always just suddenly they're there. Like don't get me wrong, they're always there, but then when they suddenly become important, I'm like, oh yeah, you guys exist. Because at least with everyone else, they're always like a part of it. But these guys are just like who actually reads into them? Do you know? Because they're always sandwiched between the southern NL and the northern NL. So then you just kind of forget about them because like everyone else is either fighting against the northern or southern NL and all that kind of heebie stuff. So I don't know. They're funny boys and girls. Do you know about Cuchulainn? I do. He was a man of the Ulid. So most of the history is like located around this area, and they were fighting against mostly Connacht. It's interesting because historically, well, it depends what's your interpretation of the setting of Cuchulainn, because it seems to indicate to me that the main meat of the story was made sometime around the Bronze Age, and that Ulster used to dominate this entire area, and Connacht used to dominate this area. But then it's like, why is the majority then of Cuchulainn's stories and stuff set around here? Or is that like later additions into the story, or later folklore stories like? County Roscommon. Yeah, we got shit water in the States. Speaking of distilled water, it helps out. It's missing nutrients. It does actually. I heard about that. That it's very fattening if you distill the water and stuff. Oh, the sea people during the Bronze Age. Yeah, I actually believe in that one as well because it's the Celtic Iberian Empire of the Bronze Age. So there's a belief that this whole area here is dominated by the Celtic Iberian people, allegedly. And then this same people then put together an entire massive fleet and just sailed because they were already trading. They already had all these links here into the Celtic Iberian Empire, allegedly, if it does exist. And then smashed into the Middle East. Bum, bum, bum. St. Patrick was a slave owner, apparently. Apparently. Well, we have two letters. In the Confessio, is St. Patrick a slave owner? I don't know any evidence of that. I don't know any of it. Confessio is a funny one. Is he apologizing for having a slave? I don't know. Does he have a slave? I don't know. There's no evidence of that. And the other one is his letter to, is it Caroticus, to give back his, give back my people, Caroticus. Is there a delay in that? Oh, there is not. I'm showing you guys stuff on the map and it comes out like 20 minutes later. Oh no. But I'm only using it to confuse you guys anyway, so it's not too bad. What else is there? True, I got springs here and the north. But right. The Irish pirates joined with the Norse Huh? Are you talking about the Gall Gale? You could be talking about the Gall Gale, which, there is truth in that. Like, I live like 2 minutes from his castle in Dundalk. Oh, the alleged, but like, isn't that a 19th century castle? Because there wasn't any castles back in the time of Cuchulainn. It could have been built on top of a ring fort, an earlier ring fort. So it's in the realm of possibility. But I don't think that would have had the original Cuchulainn in it, because when Cuchulainn was alive, both in the Iron Age and in the Bronze Age that it's allegedly set in, they were using large Celtic ring forts, not the small farmstead ring forts. And that most likely could be a farmstead ring fort if there is a fortification on it originally. I'm reading The Tawn. The Tawn Bakula is a good book. I'm literally working and it's water. Oh, nice. Thank you for your support. I still need to go to Texas. Everyone's inviting me over to Texas, and I still need to go, but I need money. People need to send me money. All of you need to send me money now. You O'Connors. Yeah. Y'all need to send me and Jim money. We need the money. Money is good for me and Jim. Loads and loads of trade. Oh my god. Oh, I need that. What time is it? It's 12 now. I need to get back to working on my presentation of slides for, what was it called? Sunday, right. So let me actually answer these two questions. And if you have any more questions before I go, definitely slam it in there before I make my old leave. I'll answer these questions and then I'll tell you what I'm up to. Yeah, it's Pocket Spring. It's a ring fort, yes, and it's also only hill in the town Dundalk. It's obviously strategically placed there, and it's got underground tunnels connected to the. Yeah, a lot of those souterrains, the farmsteads have a few. What was it called? Underground tunnels. There's a crazy guy, trying to dig them all up right now. He contacted me on Facebook telling me about these underground tunnels, and the government were up to something, or some kind of hidden people or something. I don't know. He was mad in the head, like. And what else do we have in here? Bum, bum, bum. Right. The St. Patrick Battalion is something you must see. Yeah, sure is. The ones that fought in Mexico. I'm not going to go into that now, obviously, because I'm covering medieval history. But yeah, it's interesting. All right. Like, yeah, there's the underground souterrains. They're nothing special with most of them, but yeah, they have underground tunnels and stuff. I do have O'Connor cousins that still live in Ireland, but I've never met them personally. Where are they from? Anyway, who's killing me? And the death of is like, yeah, everyone's saying that though. The Tom Bakula should just be made into a movie, like Chicago. Chicago's another place I need to go. Every time I go up to Chicago as well. There's what was it called? Big opening of Norse scale stuff. And if you guys were watching my medieval news last week, I was talking about how there's Norse scale finds in Australia right now. So definitely go and check that out in the museum. Anyway, I have to go to work, working on those PowerPoint presentation slides for my, what was it? My little thing on Sunday. Oh, and I have to do my thing. Okay, so on Sunday I have classes. If you want to join my classes on Sunday, head over to my Patreon. Just click on my wherever icon my thing is, wherever it is. Click on that. Jump over to my Patreon. Well, click on the page. Then you should see Patreon. Click on the Patreon. Head over there, and then just give whatever money you want if you want to sponsor or support the channel. But if you want to do the classes are 20 quid a month, and the classes are on every Sunday. And this Sunday, I am covering the Siege of Dublin. So if you're into medieval warfare or just Irish medieval history in general, definitely head over there and check it out. This Sunday, I am covering the Siege of Dublin. So I don't want anyone to turn around and saying, oh, can you make a short on the Siege of Dublin? No, I'm just doing it on Patreon. That's it. So I'll be doing the Siege of Dublin on Patreon. So definitely head over there and check it out. And tomorrow night, so this a bit earlier, a few hours earlier, tomorrow night, on this, I'm covering From Pagans to Christians with Dr. Owen O'Neill, myself, and Mihal. We're going to be talking about the conversion of Ireland from paganism to Christianity when St. Patrick chased out the snakes. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, other than that, guys, thanks very much. And where's your Patreon? My Patreon, if you just click on wherever the icon is, go into that page, and then on it, you should see my Patreon thing. Just click on that. And have an old gawk, have an old look for yourself. Okay. Anyway, other than that, guys, thanks very much, and slán go Alia.